Welcome back, beautiful people, to another unboxing here on. So today on Trade the Terrible Collector, we are going to be continuing with Series 2 of Iron Man as part of the Marvel Action Hour. This is 1995. So right in the sweet spot of some of these sculpts. We are going to be unboxing Stealth Armor Iron Man first. He has a flight action module, and he is the first of several Iron Men in this series who have an entirely different color scheme, and I think they all look pretty neat. We're actually going to save this because I've gotten stuck a couple of times trying to put these together. He is like a blue and then a deeper, like a cobalt blue as the coloration. I think he is really cool looking. The only thing that I personally would change on something like this is I would make some of these other bits of his body here. When I turn it around, you can see everything's kind of blue. I would throw in some black highlights or some dark blue highlights, but once you get this armor clipped on, it kind of does it for you. He has a flight pack, which is another one of those things where like there's a string that you can kind of do this situation. There's a cable that has one of them. It works pretty good. I don't think it's entirely necessary because it looks pretty good just on its own. Let's see how this goes in here. Kind of counterintuitive, but I guess it's more like a stealth wing. The wings are swept backwards. That's pretty cool. These I'll get all these put on, but all of them look pretty standard fare, and you can see it all spinning around up here, I'm sure. Um, Nothing real special about the blaster or anything, but it is a unique sculpt. That's pretty cool. The coloration on this one, though, I think that this is just a damn good looking Iron Man figure. I know that because most of this series is just Iron Man repainted with other plastic bits put on, that it has a little bit of sameness to it, but I think he's my favorite one, at least so far. He's really good looking. So let's continue the line. Up until this point, where did we open? War Machine, who's pretty much just looks like Iron Man, and Spider Woman, who was disappointing. We are going to open another member of his. Please don't fall over, little buddy. We're going to open up another member of his team on the cartoon, and it's Hawkeye. This Hawkeye has super comic accurate design. All of the blue and purple, the very vibrant color difference. I know they did some purple with him in the movie, but everything was very muted. He's also got just a ton of like weaponry and stuff that goes on here. Let's see if we can get it out without making a mess of things. So you've got obviously the longbow, and I don't know if you can see this, but there's a tiny, like it's actually got a, boy, I'm sure that has a name, but the string on a bow that you pull back to fire the arrow, and then these arrows, of which he has 3, you actually shoot them like they're meant to be a real bow and arrow with this little thing. That's fantastic. His arms are sculpted in such a way where he's meant to hold the long bow and then pose with the other one kind of held back, which is very cool. He also has come on out of there, baby. He's got a quiver, which fits nicely on his back. I think that's a really, really nice touch. And then he's also got, because they were like, hey man, he already looks cool, let's just keep it going, a tiny knife, which goes into a sheath on his leg. That is excellent. That's just excellent. There is some debris of some nature. We're gonna ignore that. But there's a little sculpty bit on his leg where it looks like there's some more arrows. Just a ton of attention to detail. All of the purple bits have the like the chainmail kind of look, even up his neck and the head sculpt. I think that that is just really friggin' sharp. That is a good looking action figure. The extra little bow and arrow things that like it all just kind of comes together in a way that's really really nice, especially for this time. I suppose you wouldn't put them in with the points out. I don't know. I'm not an archer. I don't know how that works. But I think both of these figures are excellent. This line really doesn't have a ton of duds. They're all pretty cool, with the exception of Spider Woman. And I mean the stuff that's going on with this Hawkeye is really really exceptional, considering he's not like the star of the show. I think that's really really good. Um, I really appreciate you guys showing up and sharing this with me. Thank you so much. As always, y'all have been wonderful, and I have been terrible, and I can't wait to see you again soon.